All right, time for session number 5. So I'm probably only going to do a shallow block, which is 2 sessions. I'm currently working on, actually, I still have to pull it up, dex CLI, dex CLI, dex CLI, dex CLI. All right, so right now I have yarn dev. So this is what I have right now. I have the initial opening. I can log in. I put in my email, put in some random password, spits out whatever. Awesome. The next thing to do is I want to quote unquote convert that to a user so I can say hello to the user. Actually, we're gonna run that down here. So Vim. Why is Vim taking so long? There we go. So make sure I'm in the CLI directory. Let me start my timer. More interface design. I mean, ideally soon I'll be able to have a timer just on the command line. It'd be awesome. So I've got my entry. What I want to do is have entry convert into a user. So from here, then I'm just gonna return a, say we'll extend user, name Ray, first name, why not, first name Ray, yarn dev, username, user is first name Ray. So now we're going to use, I don't need that extra screen. I'm going to use Rampant AI as kind of a CD Rampant, as kind of a model. What did I do here? So let's say I have a user login. I kind of want to get them to a menu. So right now I have get token. So I have a get token, and then I let them select a client, which I don't need them to do. Then I store the current state, which would be the client and the token. These are like, I'm storing login credentials at that point because I need to use login credentials to access the Firebase API. Then we get the Rampant SDK. So I'll set up an SDK for the Firebase later, but next would be to set up a prompt for the menu. So blah, merge map. I want to do a, let's pass this in right now, transmute a new prompt. Constant menu equals configure menu. Menu. Copy this. What was it complaining about? Oh, transmute to menu. Actually, just merge map to menu in general. Eventually I'll set up my Vim to auto fix things like that. So now we have this menu. So we prompt the menu. So where's menu here? Menu equals prompts menu. Transmute, so prompts menu. Actually, I'm going to do something similar here. Menu equals prompt menu. And I'm going to include a bottom just like they do here. I'm just going to steal this, because I don't want to have to copy all this because it's pain. Return this, and then we're gonna bar toggle on. What are we updating here? Update bar. We don't need the state. We're just going to gonna put this in for now. Separator and UI, and import chalk from chalk. I don't know what this is going to look like, but we'll see. So we're going to pull in prompts menu. We're going to copy this, give it a menu. And we're going to have a start main menu, start timer. Or you can quit. Okay, so that's going to be our menu. We're just going to have some random gray bar at the bottom. Let's try that. Yarn dev. Now we do want to start with a bar off. Is that how we start over here? Oh. We're supposed to mute it. Toggle off, toggle on. Yeah, it shouldn't have a bar yet because we have sign up there. I don't know why the bar is being shown. Menu is off. I don't know how I built this. It's a pain. I have to like refresh my memory of how I built this. What's my timer look like? Okay, I still got loads of time. Menu on. It is true. It shouldn't be true. Is it because one of these get executed? Oh, because this gets executed too soon. Do bar.toggle, that's why. There we go. ML blah. Now we can start timer and quit timer. Haha. Okay, so we have, add, set up a main menu. Now we want to repeat that menu. So in here we have this repeat process. And then we want to enable being able to quit. So we're going to take action. I'm going to steal the quit here. Login, do, start timer. It repeats, but we don't want to show the login menu if we already are logged in. So how do we restrict that here? When we do get token, in here we check. We have credentials, and we no credentials, and we just okay. What we'll do is merge map entry. Wrong entry. I don't need the prompts. Entry here. We're going to do a transmute if no user, then we'll prompt. Otherwise, no need to prompt. Actually, we can move this no user here. No user, reset a little. If no user, then we'll transmute this. Now yarn dev login, email, blah, start timer. Oh, it's still going to login. Do we have a user by this time? Oh, probably not, because when we repeat, we're not saving user. Yeah, we're not saving user, so. Okay, so we're gonna keep that, but then in index, we're going to, after entry dot save, how do we save it here? Save current state. State. Wait, of state map state. Don't know why I do that. Do we start with a state here? No, we don't even start with a state. Why don't I complain about no state here? Oh, because I let state be that. Let state equals empty. That's how it starts out. I probably map state so I can keep state. Login, email, start timer. Yep. Where is it? So I just re-grab the state every time. Yay, now we keep a user. Oh, but quit doesn't do it right. Console log args. I want to make sure quit works. Quit. Entry, login. It's because menu. Then what is menu? Does menu return action as a type? Name, that's why. Oh, oops. Action. Haha, it works properly. Added necessary means to repeat the menu and then quit. Good progress so far. And now I want to start working on the timer. Let's just curious. Chain surrounding this to this. So in the middle of this, I'm going to date now. Make sure that works properly. And look, see? Now I have a timer at the bottom. How wonderful is that? So now I gotta trigger a timer when I hit start timer. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? Let me think through this a little bit. So we'll toggle the bar on. We should add in a logout system. I love this. I love that we have a timer. So now how are we gonna do this? Because I do not like how this bar is. It's a terrible, terrible bar. I want to abstract this. I want to pull this into its own thing. So I gotta figure out how to track this timer. Well, let's start with an external state that says let timer equal undefined. Well, just let timer. If no timer, then we display one thing. Else, we'll display another thing. I'll figure out how to abstract this later. If there's no timer, then we'll just do no timer. Okay, log in, start no timer, and then when we hit start timer, we should set a timer. Okay, so we're going to extend with action. If switch based on action, if the action is start, if the action is start, then timer equals true. Just cause. Start timer. What happened? Action of undefined. Oh, I think I need to transmute this. Transmute. Do that. So that way it keeps the state. There. Now we have a timer. So now there will be no timer. Well, no timer. Start timer. Haha, I like that. And then we quit. Add initial timer system. Initial start timer action. Cool. So that's a good stopping point. What do I got here? So I'm gonna actually publish this. Version 8. And to make sure that it works, I'm going to update Yarn Global upgrade XCLI. And we should be at version 8 now. I love Yarn. And now we test X. Test. And now we can start a timer. Yay! Now anybody can install it. And look at the very terrible timer that I have. Okay, so I guess we might as well start doing interface tasking. Show timer based on minutes. Stop timer. And that's it. Show timer, stop timer. That's the next two major steps. After I do that, we'll start figuring out how to stop timer and then do things based on stopping timer, like setting up a work log entry. I do need to figure out how to abstract bar into the bottom bar into its own module, to its own file first, really. Do number 5. Continued with the interface design by setting up the menu to handle menu after logging in and maintaining state during that menu. Then setting up a bottom bar for the menu that updates regularly, which will hold our timer later. Then set up a quit action to let users exit. I've been working with Cards Against Humanity too long. Then set up a quit action to let users exit the program, and got the initial groundwork for the start timer action. Next, I'll have to explore changing the menu when the timer is running versus not running. and then set up the action to stop the timer. Looks good to me. We should set up a README, actually. That would be a good thing to do. Cool. So yeah, we should set up a README, and then set up also a README for this, which we don't have. So that way our npm package, dex CLI, then this will have README in the future as well. Look, 158 downloads. I think that's because of my continuous deployment. Don't tell anybody. I think every time you push a package to npm, a new version, I believe there are a lot of repositories that are watching all these new packages and then triggering a download to populate a local cache for like an enterprise or something. I think that's why it's triggering a bunch of downloads. So I don't doubt that this will trigger a bunch of fun stuff. My only dependencies are chalk, inquire, Lodash, RxJS, and transmutation. It's not bad. That's a small dependency list. And next will probably be Firebase to set up a WebSocket connection to the platform, but I'm looking forward to it. And then I'll get the basics done. Like, once I finish a stop timer, and then I finish a start time. Oh, well, set up the start timer to display properly. I set up a stop timer action, and then I can create a work log after that. Then that should be the interface. That's the M.A.P interface, and then it's about working with Firebase. I could theoretically have a working MVP by the first deliverable, which would be awesome. Hopefully I could do that. And then I could start looking at really enhancing the platform and starting to add searching and compiling the markdown and a bunch of other stuff. But it's exciting, and I can focus on marketing and things like that. Also, I really love the fact that, yeah, you know what? Let me do this. Can I do this? No. So I really love the fact that I just got an email from Product Hunt. They are opening up $1,000 of AWS credits, which is awesome. They sent out an invite to Stripe Atlas to set up a business. And I've been wanting to set up a business for months. Well, more months, years at this point. Me and my partner Jess have been wanting to start a business. I didn't realize, like, I've heard of Stripe Atlas, but I didn't realize what it was. So let me lower the brightness on my screen. I didn't realize what it was. And now that I know what it is, $500 to set up a business entity and all the work around that, that's really awesome. And that really pushes me to build a business right now. So I'm going to look into that and start figuring out business and culture and all the things that I need to figure out for a business, and get this product kind of the jump starting point for the business. It's kind of exciting, actually. I've never thought that it would move this fast. And it's all because of this product hackathon. I think without it, I wouldn't be traversing this fast. So it was very fortunate that it showed up when I when I was let go from my job at the time that I did get let go. So I'm excited. There's a lot more to do. This was only the first session in this block. I've got lunch coming soon. I pre-ordered something. It's 10:54, so it'll be here soon. So I'm going to take a short break, grab my food, and then do one more session to finish out the shallow block, and then go run some errands, and then get back and do a deep block, and hopefully get into the Firebase project and start working on the API. So thanks, guys.